Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Hope you guys are doing well and in high spirits. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's go ahead and look at your energy. You guys, please remember to only take what resonates, okay? If something is negative or confusing, you always have the power to cancel, clear, or reject. This message is timeless. Anytime you come across it and it resonates, it is for you. Anytime you want to listen back. And you can always email us, frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. All of our information is in the description box below. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and or Rising here, okay? All right, who or what are you currently dealing with, Capricorn? Could be clinging to something here, holding on to something, holding tight to something. Could also be feeling a lack of resources, a lack of something in your world here, enough to where it feels like you need to, hold tight to something. You could feel nervous. Maybe you don't want to spend a lot right now, nervous about what's available, what resources are available here, okay? What else for Capricorn? Please and thank you. Who or what else are they dealing with currently? You could be dealing with somebody like this as well if it's not you. I feel like I get the energy of risk here. You could have taken a risk or be not sure about taking a risk, afraid to take a risk. Okay, there's something about risk. With the moon here, there's something uncertain, unclear, hidden. Perhaps something that's just, it's just not, you don't have the clarity about it. There could be a lot of fears as well. I do feel like these are very much mental fears, okay? In the recent past here, there could have been some disagreements, holding on to resentments or not having healed some certain resentful kind of energy here. Could be interfering with your intuition at times, keeping you kind of thinking in this idea that something's going to go like it did in the past, rather than how it can go in the future. Could have also been overlooked in the past, and this kind of resentment, even if it's not resentment, a scar, a trigger, a leftover pain, an experience that we have that leaves its footprint, it could make us frustrated, and we could feel like now everything will be just as unfair and always go this way. So I do get a little bit of that here as a potential or a possibility for whatever situation you're dealing with here. Who or what else are you dealing with? You could also be dealing with a water energy here, Queen of Cups. Oh, Capricorn. This flipped itself all around. The sun on its side. This is like a hope, the hope, the passion. It's that it's going to bring more clarity, more freedom, as well as restriction simultaneously. But it's a good kind of restriction. It's the kind that you're probably comfortable with. But I think right now you're looking at this as kind of like a hope rather than a reality. Okay. I do feel that you're right to trust your passions, to take you to the things that you feel they will take you to bring you to those states of being. Logically, that might not feel possible, yet I do feel that it is. Anything is possible here. Who or what else are you dealing with, Capricorn? Okay, again, challenge is listening to our intuition right now, okay? There could just be a lot of clutter in the way, mental, just fear, whatever it is. There's just stuff in the way here. Could also have been dealing with a trip here, a little vacation with the Six of Swords. Could also be an energy of escapism. That's possible. All right, who or what else are you dealing with, Capricorn? I get moving on also. There could be something where, if we're not moving on yet, we're moving towards moving on. Nice. You could be in the process of getting emotional clarity here. Actually, just simply quartz crystal, if you're into that, can assist you, can help you. Who or what else are you dealing with? Could also be dealing with, you've picked something, you've settled on an option now, so you don't have as many options that are blurry here. Nice. You could be having a release here from a kind of stern, I do get the word bitchy energy. Somebody who's a bit very logical, very stern, very bitter, very hard at times. Could be having a release from this kind of energy. I like this for you, Capricorn, because it does say you're dealing with either making choices or doing things that emotionally are satiating you or moving you in that direction, making you happy, and it's very independent. Okay. I get the word display. Okay. I think people won't notice the messy stuff. Would have to look really close for that. Maybe only you. Okay. Could be dealing, again, somebody giving to two, somebody who's very judgy, people, multiple people who are very judgy. Could also be you having to decide, make a decision, weigh the pros and cons. Could also be feeling a little scarce here, like watching how much is going out in a way because you're feeling tight with resources somehow or money. Anything else here that Capricorn is dealing with, or anyone else that you're dealing with? There's a new beginning. Nice. That could be a new job, career, home, a location here. Could be a new relationship, something new. Okay, in the physical realm. New money. But it's not yet somehow, or it's still a bit, there's still something. I don't know if there's a contemplation still around it, or if it's not fully actualized or yet. I hear the word idealized as well. Anything else or one else Capricorn is dealing with? Please and thank you. All right. Capricorn, let's go ahead and look at your current challenge. Oh, nice. Two more came out. Could be dealing with walking away, but also walking towards something here that is going to bring a lot of emotional fulfillment. Okay, I know this is like emotional beginnings, release, gifts, this kind of energy. However, I also get a lot of fulfillment from that. Okay, a lot of lightness from that. All right. I do also feel like you will receive or choose to accept some kind of help here, or to open back up a bit emotionally. Some of you, there could be an affair coming up here, or some kind of a, no, there's something. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and look at Capricorn's current challenge. What is Capricorn's current challenge? Please and thank you. Current challenge or obstacle. Nice. You got the Tower here. Rapid change. Navigating rapid change here. You might have even been forewarned about this, yet it's challenging. And with the Eight of Swords, that's about disempowerment as I read it. Feeling tied up, feeling uncertain, feeling helpless even at times, especially on a mental level. That could be helpless to these changes, okay? What do I do? How do I manage this? I feel in over my head, overwhelmed, something like that, all right? What else is your challenge here? Again, challenge is not feeling like you're having your clarity of intuition right now. Like you're not able to fully hear that or something. Anything else about your challenge? Could also be a disconnect from a High Priestess energy in your world right now. That could be a challenge. Anything else about Capricorn's current challenge or obstacle? Please and thank you. I think this is about deciphering is the word I get, deciphering the offers, deciphering what's around you, what's being offered, what's being given, deciphering what it means, if it's quality or not, if it's a real miracle or if it's just like a real like tank, like if it's not even anything. Oof. And holding on, keeping something going here can be a challenge. Moving forwards and not backwards as well, or moving away from some kind of a fire energy. Could be a lust, a desire around a fire energy here. Could be a challenge with that. Could also just be a challenge with getting inspiration, like a new inspirational beginning or passionate beginning here. Now these are challenges you would be facing while you're watching this video, so don't worry if you don't, that this is going to happen. Not everything is supposed to happen here, okay? This is just challenges you may be facing at this time. You just may be going through changes that make you feel like you're not on top of your world, on top of your empire. that make you feel like it's a new territory and you don't know how to hear everything. There's just challenges that are coming with these beginnings, okay? And some temptations perhaps as well. So let's go ahead and get the advice for you to move through these challenges. What is the advice for Capricorn watching to move through these challenges, please and thank you? King of Swords in reverse, interesting. Could be an air energy, masculine that you know. Could also talk about scheduling, logic here. Ooh, King of Wands in reverse. Wow, okay. Telling you to pull away here or distance from these kings. King of Wands is fire. King of Swords is air. One is very... They're both leaders. They both... I mean, one is more focused on the logic, the schedule, the sternness, the structure. One may be more focused on the passion, the charisma. Protection is here as well. One could have a bit of a temper, kind of telling you to move away from these influences or energies right now, to distance perhaps, okay? To not even make a decision between two here and to just not do it at all, to like pull out entirely or wait, okay? If it's not pulling out entirely, it is just literally waiting. Any other advice here for Capricorn to move through these challenges, please? And thank you. Might also be to not take their advice if there's these two people trying to give you advice, or to let them take the energy right now, or the, yeah, move towards the stuff that makes you feel clear. I actually feel like rather than advice, even though this is like, yeah, don't worry about, stress out about pulling everything into balance right now, this can also be talking about like a confirmation that yes, this, first of all, you may not be able to carry two energies right now, but second, that something here is not just, it's not in balance with these people, with these energies, and that's exactly why right now is not the time to entertain them or to even entertain making a choice with them, because somebody here is not honest, they're not being clear, they don't have your best interest at heart, at least not at the moment, okay? It could be temporary. Any other advice here for Capricorn? Moving through these challenges, please and thank you. Wow. This is in the recent past. This is something you already began to do or did. The Devil in reverse. This was where you already started to free yourself from something here. You already started to pull back. You already started to, I mean, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a situation. It could be, you know, habits, dependencies, everything the devil embodies and represents. But with it reversed, and that is your energy as well, the Capricorn energy. It could just say, keep it there. Leave it in the past and keep it going. Like, don't rebind yourself to someone or something here. Not right now. Any other advice moving through these challenges for Capricorn watching? Please and thank you. Waiting. It's all about divine timing right now, and not just divine timing, but everything that's being transmuted during divine timing. This is going to be downloads when you sleep, when you dream. You're going to have some restless, dreamy nights, or feel a little tired some mornings, even after sleeping, because if you're sleeping, because there's going to be downloads that come through, right? This is also letting you know that some of what's gone down in the past that has been hard emotionally is part of what's being worked on, which is going to make more room for you to give you emotional clarity. I feel like this keeps telling you and urging you, move towards the things right now, make the choices right now, surround yourself right now with what brings you the most clarity, mentally and emotionally both, okay? Don't blur yourself up with a bunch of blurry options and overwhelm yourself trying to make a decision that it's not time to make. And I know it might feel like it's time to make this decision, but the cards and the energy says otherwise, okay? So, you know, take it or leave it. Any other advice here for Capricorn moving through these challenges? Please and thank you. Definitely an energy of waiting for universal timing. You do need rest sometimes, Capricorn. You don't have to do everything all at once, but you do. Wow. King of Cups in reverse. I mean, you have, for your advice, you have 3 of the 4 kings in reverse. Like, don't mess with kings right now. Whoever these kings are, just don't even fuck with them. I don't think you're supposed to say that here, but you know what? Just don't do it. Don't F with them. For real. Like, It doesn't mean forever. It just means right now. They're going to mess with something here, okay? Don't mess with the Knight. Don't mess with the Kings, okay? This is a water energy here, the King of Cups. Somebody's being a bit emotionally immature here as well, actually. Can you clarify Four of Swords for advice here on its side? Again, I feel like you can't control fate. You can't control the pace or tempo at which, you know, somebody forgives you or you forgive them or we forgive ourselves, like where we seek forgiveness. Sometimes we feel really out of control, perhaps, of our rest, our sleeping schedule as well, all right? But when you can rest, it's important to rest. When you can meditate, it's important to meditate. You don't have to meditate in any specific way. You don't have to meditate for any specific amount of time. Just putting yourself in the position of meditation, that alone is a lot, okay? You don't need to make things end. So with all these reversals and stuff, it's not that you need to say bye permanently. It's that you need to distance more right now, okay? You don't need to let something end just because you distance, or it doesn't have to be some kind of like a full, like, done thing. There's an in-between here that you just need to give yourself the space and time right now. I do feel a tight throat chakra or a deep emotion around this message, okay? Could be a lot of emotions that are here. Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse here for your advice? Because I feel like that's also not messing with this energy. I feel like not exposing yourself to people, things, energies that also put you in this depression or this low emotional state is so important. You can have it all. You can do both. You can, with doing even less work, you can still hold to something but also move forwards at the same time right now, Capricorn. That's possible for you, okay? You don't have to put yourself through extra stress making some huge life-altering like decision, or like you know, you do have the Tower here, it's true, and that is a challenge for you right now, and it's change, but it doesn't have to be life-altering changes that you're perpetuating. You can still keep things together. You could still keep the glue here going, you know, in the meantime. A lot of awakening energy. Any other advice for Capricorn? Okay, we're going to look at the potential outcome of this situation next. But at first, I will just grab one of these, even if you're not in a romantic situation, to see if there's any advice for Capricorn watching. Any advice? Please and thank you. We have unrequited love. This is just basically somebody's not doing as much work here. It's unequal. So you're doing it all and somebody's not, or vice versa. Maybe there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. So maybe there's something, it doesn't even have to be a person. There could just be something that you're not as excited or interested in, or vice versa. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Yes, that is a theme in your reading. Just make sure it's the right people, not the kings, okay? Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay. Anything else for Capricorn? Please and thank you. All right, Capricorn, let's look at the potential outcomes here. If you are trying to bring something back together and you feel like that's really important right now, playfulness is important. And sometimes we can't tap into playfulness if we don't get enough rest. If we don't make time for ourselves and our health, it's hard, you know, life, it gets tricky. There's always a way to not make time for those things, okay? If you reflect, there were probably times before where you weren't as busy and you still made excuses or reasons. It's not excuses because they're valid, but you still maybe made reasons to not rest then too, right? Sometimes we just need to make it happen. Where there's a will, there's a way, and we don't always prioritize our health. And I feel like not just your health, but your well-being, where you can rest or take time for yourself is just so important. It's so important. And this is literally time for yourself. Nobody else is around you. You know, it's just you with you. Okay, let's look at the most likely potential outcome of this situation for Capricorn. What is the most likely potential outcome of this situation for Capricorn watching? Please and thank you. The Hierophant in reverse, with Death in reverse, with King of Cups nearly reversed. Anything else most likely outcome? 9 of Cups upright with the King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. I do feel that's too many. I do feel like something is, we're hanging on. We're hanging on to something with Death in reverse here, okay? It might look like it's going to end. It doesn't, okay? With the Hierophant in reverse, I do feel like some kind of a structure could be changing, okay? Especially like a standard societal structure. If you're a part of something that's structured, maybe a marriage or a job or a society or a community or just something, a school, something that is structured, I feel like that structure is going to change, okay? Which could help. 9 of Cups is consistently in your reading. It's an excellent energy. Can you only rely on yourself forever for everything independently? Not necessarily. However, is your emotional stability being reliant on you, and your satiated energies and emotional happiness being reliant on you and your communication and whatever it is that you're building? That's great, awesome energy, okay? And that is all about, like, the song I Can't Get No Satisfaction. This is like, actually, I can get satisfaction, and I do have healthy boundaries, and I do know how to satiate myself, and I do feel emotionally good. That's great. With the King of Cups and King of Pentacles in reverse, for some of you, the outcome to this situation is continued distance, distancing, growing apart, something like that. From earth, water energy here, it's possible, okay? Could also be a breakup, could be an ending like that if somebody is in your life, right? But I'm not seeing that right now, especially with Death in reverse. Could be more of like a break or a distance or a drifting for a minute while the structure of something changes. You could also be deciding not to listen to some of the informations you're getting. That is also possible. Okay. All right. Anything else about the most likely potential outcome to the situation for Capricorn? Please and thank you. Any kind of illusions or fantasies that you've got going on here, especially with a situation that involves somebody else or something else, okay? Definitely going to, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I hit this so much. There's a reason, but we won't go into it. Definitely going to be a change. Definitely going to be a change. You're going to be released from that illusion, which will actually feel kind of good. That's part of this 9 of Cups energy. But also it's hard, you know, when that happens, for sure. Could be kind of happy family, not feeling so happy for a moment, okay? Anything else to the potential outcome here of this situation for Capricorn? Could have a lot less time somehow for family. 3 of Swords on its side, so some disappointment, some heartbreak, either lingering heartbreak, okay? Heartache. Old wounds resurfacing, but it's not full. It's on its side, so it's not full. It's also a possibility. It's a potential. This is not the outcome for everybody here. Anything else about the potential, most likely outcome to the situation for who is watching? Please and thank you. I feel like a lot of things affect your love and family, perhaps, but your emotional health increases somehow. In an independent level, your emotional health increases, okay? Ace of Cups, great. That's a lot of relief. That's a lot of revival. It's release. It's letting go of certain things that we've kept inside. It could be some kind of an expression. Could be a gift as well coming in. It's a new beginning emotionally. With the High Priestess, your intuition comes back full force here. Okay, you're going to be feeling intuitive, full force. You could also be having a good friend or something like this here with the High Priestess energy who's very intuitive, but some kind of a helper, something like that. But intuition is looking great. It's looking good. You've got good guidance here. It's really strong. Anything else for the potential most likely outcome to this situation? Please and thank you. Yeah, you could be going through a separation, a breakup, distance from your person if you have a person. You could be deciding to move on from that, to release those attachments, and it can be really challenging, but you're ready to take on something new here, okay? Now, I still don't feel like it's permanent somehow. I feel like it's momentary, like it's, I don't know why, it just doesn't feel permanent, okay? But it could also be because the situation is sticky, okay? Something like this. I do feel you feeling more trust in life, though, and that could partially be because of that distance. You get in your own space and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't feel so guarded all the time, you know? Could be reformatting your boundaries. It could be more lenient through this time. You could let more people through in a way, still be selective and be careful, especially when it comes to those kings. 6 of Pentacles there with the most likely outcome. I don't love that energy. I feel like that could be a mom or something, and it's closer, it's too close, it's a little closer than you're comfortable with, okay? And that could bring up some of those insecurities or those judgments. There are going to be some, you know, hidden things, mysteries, and fears still lingering. But you are going to get that stable new location or beginning. You are going to get you have every beginning here, basically. So you definitely, no matter what, have a new beginning in sight and on the horizon. I think there's some room for what that beginning looks like, how you bring it about, but you definitely have one here on basically every level. This could also be new communication, the truth being said finally, which could be very healing, and it could actually help you with money, help you with your prosperity. I feel like there's going to be a shift with your prosperity here, Capricorn. It's not heavy in the reading, but there's something about that here. I hear the Queen song, like, I want it all, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean, this song? And also there's the other one that's like, there's another one about I want it all, or can have it and you can have it all. And then also all you need is love, which doesn't fit for me, but that song is there for some reason. So y'all, Capricorn, that's what we have for you. I hope that gave you some assistance and help. I send you guys a lot of love and success here on this journey. Just take care of yourself, okay? And y'all be well.